Okay, there we go. All right, so it's Monday morning and we're kind of taking a look at the week and we've gone through our jobs. And Subi, I'll call on you later for a brain break. We have two challenges this week. The first one is all of us who talked about needing to wear our Fitbits, go get your Fitbit on because it's on. Between now and tomorrow, let's see who gets the most steps. I have a whole total of 100 steps this morning because I just forgot and put it on. So I'm sure you're beating me, but we'll just see how we do. So several of you said you had Fitbits. Go ahead and put them on if you have them, and let's see how we do. And then remind me tomorrow that we're going to check in on that. And then the second challenge we have is our challenge with our balloon that was in your kit. So your challenge, students, if you choose to accept it with your balloon, is that there are a lot of ways of powering cars to move. Some cars use gasoline, some cars use solar power, some cars use electricity and batteries, and some cars use balloons. Okay, not really, but that's what we're going to use. So when a balloon fills up with air and you have the elastic around it, the elastic is pushing on that, and that is potential energy. When you release it, the push from the elastic actually creates a force. If I were to let go of it, the balloon would move forward. So you can actually use a balloon to power a car. So I'm going to share my screen for a second. If you need to black out your screen, go ahead. I would recommend you blow your balloon up first before doing this because it'll work better. And I'm going to show you a few ideas. So I have linked these ideas onto our agenda, actually, is where they are. I have a link to this page, which is it's just images, but it has a bunch of images of balloon cars. Here's one with a plastic water bottle, and then they used a couple of straws or pencils to make wheels that went around and attached it, and it goes. That one's pretty cool because they made the exhaust go through there. Here it is again, that same car. Or you could just take a flat piece of cardboard and make some wheels. Or you can use a car you already have, like a little Hot Wheels car, or a little car like this. So last night, or you can use CDs. There's lots of ideas. I had a student build this one once and it went really fast because it was so light. So I will stop my share. Oh yeah, another thing I need to share again. Sorry. Because I had another site that I got for you. This is Steve Spangler Science. I absolutely love this website. It's really cool science stuff for kids. And they also have a lot of cool kits. They cost money, but if your parents, like if you had a birthday coming up and you wanted something cool that would be fun to do and give you a lot of fun, I would recommend looking at this site, Steve Spangler Science. Here's his balloon powered car video. Let's see if it'll play. Come on, I thought this was the video. No, it's not going to play. Sick science. Here he shows you step by step how to make that cardboard one with straws and tape. You don't need anything expensive. And how to tape it all together and build it. So the challenge is to create, and there is a video on here. When you click to it, I'm sure maybe the video will work. I'm sure maybe. That's very definitive, huh? So your challenge is to try to create a balloon car that will go the furthest. I was a total failure on this, but I'm still going to show off my creation because I tried. I could do it a lot better, but I was not putting enough time into it, I think it's fair to say. So I made this little car. It's pretty wimpy. It's got a balloon taped to a straw that I can blow up. And then when I put it down, it's really going to go fast, right? Oh, there it goes. Look at it moving. Okay, I know you're thinking, Ms. Laws, that balloon car did not move at all. I think my wheels don't actually roll very well. It's a pretty terrible balloon car, but you get the point that the challenge is yours to see how far you can get a balloon car to move using that potential energy from the balloon and a straw. I don't know if you experiment with like the length of the straw. I don't know if you have to have a straw. You could have any tube-like thing. And then bring it to Zoom tomorrow and show off your balloon car, okay? Any questions about the balloon car challenge? I don't see hands raised. I'm surprised that there are no questions, but okay. All right, that's the balloon
Look
car
in the
challenge.
chat. Look in the chat. Like 1,000 people are chatting.
Oh yeah, I see that now. I do not have a balloon. Everybody has a balloon. It was in the bag that I gave you, that I mailed to you. Your super secret, top secret envelope. And you've got parents, Emma, so if you need help blowing up the balloon, have your parents help you. If you blow it up a few times, balloons get easier to blow up. So once you stretch them a bunch and blow them up a few times, they get easier to blow. And this time you don't have to tie the balloon, which is useful because kids always have trouble tying balloons. And no, you're not supposed to tie it, Elijah, but it looked like in that video he showed you how to, or in the steps, he showed you how to cut off the end. So maybe you can cut off the knot and still use it, or maybe you can untie it. It's a little tricky. So this week we're using the balloon. Last week we used the rainbow thing. Next week we will use the Shrinky Dink, which is the plastic see-through stuff. So we used one sheet of the black stuff. You can use the other one for whatever you want. We used the balloon. We're down to the Shrinky Dinks plastic, which is the clear stuff. I can't find it in here, but anyway, it's in there. We'll use that next week. If you've never done Shrinky Dinks, it will require some parental help because you have to use the oven. And next week I'll tell you what our mascot is, so we can make our mascot with Shrinky Dinks. Okay, that's it for that challenge. The other thing that we have going on that I'm kind of curious whether anyone is planning to take part in the art activity, which is a little bit more involved than usual because we're making these little lanterns. They're called luminaires out of tin cans. So I'll show you what we're making and then I'll ask you whether anyone's planning on doing it so I know whether to worry about it for tomorrow. I'm turning out the lights because I want you to see my little candle thing that's behind me. Got it, so I'm going to zoom in on it. So this is what we're making tomorrow, are these little, it's a tin can, it has a candle in it, and you pop holes into it using a hammer. Isn't that pretty? And then it makes this really neat candle. I'm gonna blow it out. So I'm curious whether anyone is planning to join me on doing that tomorrow because it takes some prep. Akash and Emily, okay?
I
Okay, so here's what you have to do today. You have to get a tin can, like a bean can or whatever can you can get your parents talked into. You have to empty it out and wash it. Then you have to fill it about up to this line, not all the way to the top, but close to the top. Like I would fill it just to here. If you fill it too much, it might, like if you see the bottom of my can, it's kind of squished. That's because when water freezes, it expands and it makes the can pop open. You don't want it full clear to the top. But you need to freeze it with water in it so that when you hammer it, it doesn't squish. Yeah, Emily.
When we're doing it, is there a way, how do you get the ice out?
Yeah, the ice melts out when you're done. So like last night I did this one and you actually have a towel. So tomorrow we'll have a towel. We'll set the can full of frozen water on the towel. You'll take a nail. You'll need a nail and a hammer or a rock. And you'll hammer in the design. And you can just do a couple of holes if you want, or you can do a whole lot. The more you do, kind of the neater it looks. Adrienne, do you have a question?
No.
Okay, so if you want to do the art activity though, you have to freeze the can of water tonight so it'll be ready to go. If you don't freeze it, I kind of think it's gonna pop on you. Other questions? No? Okay, just wanted to make that clear that if you want to do that tomorrow, it's really cool, but you have to have a hammer or a rock and a nail, and you have to have a can frozen in water. Okay? All right, my friends. The next thing I have to tell you about is my big mistake with assignment 602B. So I'm actually really curious what happened. Gagan let me know that there were 2 assignments. And I was like, oh, that's weird. I wonder why there are 2 assignments. So I went in and looked at the 2 assignments, and it looked to me, and I had graded a whole bunch of them already. So this is the one where you submitted your introduction and your first paragraph of your essay. And it looked to me like one of the assignments didn't have anything submitted on it. So I deleted it. Well, it did have things submitted on it. In fact, it had all of my comments on there. So I think you can still see your assignments. I'm not sure. But there were 2 602Bs. I went back and I tried to fix it and explain it to people. But if I tell you you didn't do it and you did do it, please just tell me, Ms. Laws, I submitted, because I can go back into your file. When I click on your name in Canvas, I can see everything you've submitted and I can see every comment I gave you. So I can go back and find it. And if any of you need me to return your writing to you like you can't find it, let me know that too. But I was just curious whether anybody had a problem with that. No? Okay. So I went through and graded those today. If you don't know what I'm talking about right now, then you're probably one of the few people who did not submit your introduction and first paragraph, which I'm not sure why you didn't, but I'd love to see it to make sure you're on the right track. I would say the biggest problem was people did not understand the prompt, which the prompt was that after you read those articles, and I'll tell you the truth is I don't really love the prompt because I thought the articles, they were about travel in the past and travel today. And it kind of made sense to me that you would write an essay about, do you prefer travel in the past or travel today? And that's what a lot of people wrote about. But that was not what the prompt was. The prompt wanted you to decide, do you think that travel for work or travel for fun is more fulfilling? So if you don't understand that, look back at the assignment, look at the prompt and make sure you're writing about that prompt, okay? And it wants you to use your own opinion, but it also wants you to include text evidence from the story. Questions about that one? So last week you did your graphic organizer, which most people did great on that. And then you wrote your introduction, your first paragraph. This week, they're gonna have you go back, revisit that, and write your second 2 body paragraphs and your conclusion. And by Friday, you'll submit it, or Saturday. And the whole essay will be done. And then next week, you're actually gonna do a quick essay and you're gonna write a fast one that's just like 1 page that you sit down and just write the whole thing. So that's what's going on. Let's see. We need to talk about clubs. So Monday's club, Minecraft, is going well. If you're a kid who wanted to join Minecraft, who hasn't been in it yet, I have made a new link to the Minecraft club in Canvas under homeroom stuff, and it's actually labeled Minecraft Club. And what it has is a slideshow of how to get your server hooked up and what version you need and where to send information, and it has a permission slip. So some of you had asked me for that information. It's in Canvas under homeroom stuff under Minecraft Club. And before you're able to join us, you have to go in, get set up with your edition that you have. If you want to be with everybody else, you got to do the Bedrock edition. Last week we were on Zong's world, but I think this week I'd like us all to be on our actual world and not on Zong's, because I want to make sure everybody has a chance to go there and make things that we can all share. Which would be good. So Clara, you're going to have a lot of work making sure everybody's hooked up. And then once you get your permission slip and you think you have the right version, you have to send your gamer tag to Clara, and she'll invite you to our world. We can also probably invite you on the day of the club. We can send an invitation, right, Clara? Is that right? From the Flex server?
It depends if my dad's in a meeting or not. And one thing, do not come in using a Nintendo Switch or a Nintendo Switch, because you cannot join public servers on a Switch or like any public.
You can come along, but you can't play with us, but you can talk. Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't work on any consoles.
All right. So, so that's the Monday club. The Tuesday club has been art club all along, and there are fewer people coming to it now, so I'm willing to suggest a change, but I know we voted to keep it going. So how many people, just show me a show of hands, how many people like having the option to go to art club on Tuesday? 1, 2, 3. Okay. I don't see a ton of interest. So I'm wondering if because you have art on Wednesday, whether it may, or on Friday, maybe you don't need art club on Tuesday. I don't know. And then on Wednesday, I've decided we won't have anything because we tried the lunch bunch, but it really didn't work out that well. And then last week we tried joining Ms. Nordstrom's lunch bunch and only one kid came. So I don't think that that was a great idea. And we tried the Lego club and we had some people, but not a ton. So I'm thinking, I have had some requests to start up the drama club again. So how many kids would like to see the drama club come back? Okay. So I'm thinking we had more kids at drama club. So we could do drama club on Tuesday or Thursday, depending on whether we want to keep the art club going. And then some other ideas that people had was we could do, let me see, what were the other club ideas? Oh, we could do, like the Lego club didn't have a ton of kids, but we could change it so that each week I issue an engineering challenge. Like in the next hour, you need to build a bridge that can hold 4 shoes on it between 2 books. Or as a team, you need to, like the one where you guys invented a creature and a habitat, sort of those kind of challenges. We could have one of those where it's like a challenge club. Or we could do escape rooms, which some of the other classes have done. They're like mysteries and you have to try to get out of the room. That might be kind of fun to try. Go ahead and raise your hand if you have anything you want to say about that or any ideas for clubs. Emily?
I have 2. If we do bring back drama club, my preference would be on Tuesday. So it just feels like we have more time throughout the week to do it, to practice.
Okay. Okay.
And if we were doing escape room, if we are going to do escape room club, we could do it in the breakout rooms.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then it would be online, and then like you have like the time limit, and like it'll pop up when there's a certain time left.
Okay.
And when you finish it, you just leave the breakout room.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like you're actually leaving.
Breaking out of the breakout room.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I would, if we do bring back drama club, I would also like to have it on Tuesday because I have conflict on Thursday and I can't do it. But I really like drama club and I want to go to it. But then also I really do want to do escape rooms because I've never done them in my life before, but they seem really fun.
So for this week, let's try, well, we have art this week. But we can try a drama. We'll try an escape room on Thursday. And then next week we'll start drama club on Tuesday and we'll just see how that goes. Is anybody upset about that or is that okay?
Well, I kind of want to do the escape rooms, but I can't do it on Thursday.
Yeah, but you also want to do drama club and you want it on Tuesday. I can't put both of them on Tuesday.
I don't know.
How many people would come to an escape room attempt this Thursday? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I would.
That's lots. Okay, we're gonna try escape room on Thursday at 12:30. We're gonna switch to drama club next Tuesday, and we're gonna take a break from art for a while. Okay. We also have got baking club today for anybody doing that. We're making Dutch babies this afternoon.
Dutch babies.
Okay, so we did our jobs, we did our voting on clubs, we talked about the competitions. I had a couple of things I need to clarify, and then we'll do a brain break so you can get yourself all set up. Yeah, Emily, what's your question?
Last week you said you would tell us the mascot this week.
I know, but I decided it's next week because that's when we're gonna do the Shrinky Dinks. And besides, I haven't been given permission to tell you yet. So we have voted on it already, but we're not supposed to tell. So next week. Okay. All right. Couple of things I need to clarify from the lesson this week. The first thing I wanted to tell you is in math, a lot of you were confused when it asked you to use an equation to show, it said use an equation to show how, whether this is true or not. Well, when they tell you to use an equation, they are asking specifically for a number sentence. Something like, I'll just put it into the chat, like 5 times 6 equals 30, or 124 divided by 2 equals 72. You know, they want an actual number sentence with numbers and operations and an equal sign and all of that. That's what an equation means. Whoever just put the ha 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 in, I'm going to turn off chat now, Akash, because you did that. So I'm sorry that you couldn't be more responsible. That was a bummer. Okay. So, when I need to see that, that's why you got 1 instead of 2 points on those, because if they say explain, they mean words. If they say use an equation, they mean a number sentence, and you have to use that. Okay. Any questions about that in math? Okay. The other thing in this week in language arts, you're going to be doing lessons 603 and 604. You should have finished 601 and 602 last week, along with an extra lesson of 602B. Not everybody did finish, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about a a change in the way we're doing Florida Virtual right now. At the start of the year, we weren't sure how to pace Florida Virtual, how much to put out there. And so we just like gave you everything and said, do as much as you want. Everything's optional. But we're kind of changing our mind on that. Some kids who are really hard workers don't really like having everything optional. Then they feel like they have to do everything, or they feel bad and it's a lot. So we phased back a little bit and we decided, well, we're only going to do social studies or science. So now we'd like you, if you have time, we would like you to try and do the science when we have science and do the social studies when we have social studies. So unlike before where everything was optional, we'd kind of like you to try and do it. Now, if you need to go slower and take your time really understanding the lessons, and your learning coach agrees that that's too much stuff to get through in a week, then I totally understand and it's fine for you to skip some things. But for the most part, I should see most of you doing all the assignments every week, okay? If you cannot do it for some reason, just send me an email and let me know why you're not doing all the lessons every week, okay? Because a lot of people didn't finish everything this week, and I was kind of surprised because it was our first week back, and I told you to ignore anything that was late and just start from here. So I'm kind of expecting you to do that. So that's my second thing. So this week you'll be covering synonyms and antonyms, which we've talked about in the past, words that mean the same, words that mean opposite. You're going to be talking about spelling and some spelling rules and spelling families. You're going to be talking about comparative adjectives like this is big, but this is bigger, and this is the biggest of all. So those are comparative adjectives. And you're going to be reading two more articles about travel. Kind of fun. This time it's kind of switching the emphasis from travel in the past to the sort of the ethics of travel, like should we travel, and what about technology and how has that changed travel? So it's pretty interesting. They're interesting topics. And you're going to be doing some work on reading and taking notes on what an author is saying. And so there's a graphic organizer that you're going to fill out with notes from the author. Now, here's one thing I don't know if I like it or not about Florida Virtual. They give you this graphic organizer and it's empty. And then on the next page, what do? Do you know? They give it to you all filled out.
Yeah,
So if you wanted to, you could just copy their work. Is that the way to learn? No. So what they want you to do is they want you to try to do it on your own, and then they want you to compare what you did with their work. And then you're allowed to change your work and add a little bit if you need to, if you find that theirs is more complete. They're really just trying to give you something to compare your work off of so you can learn how to do it, okay? And then later in the week, you're also going to finish writing your essay on travel for fun or travel for work. You're going to write the 2 body paragraphs. You're going to write the conclusion, you're going to correct it, and you're going to turn it into me. Done with that assignment. So that's what's happening in language arts. And then you'll be doing an additional week of science. So continuing and ending that unit. You're coming up to some DRAs. This time around, I want you to do them all with your home coaches. So there are DRAs coming up in all the lessons, and I'd like you to do all of them with your home coaches and just turn in that page telling me what you talked about. Or if you don't want to fill it out and submit that page, just submit a video of you just telling me what you talked about. Like I met with my mom and we talked about this, this, and this. I love watching your little videos that you submit. So Those are a fun way to correct things.
See, I can't raise my hand, so it makes it kind of hard for me to
Go ahead, Alex.
ask a question.
Go ahead and ask.
So we can do 1 or 3 body paragraphs, right?
I'm sorry, what did you say? Say it again.
We're doing 1 or 3.
You can do,
or
no, you can
three.
do 2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah, you get a choice this time. And we're also working on elaborating. So we're trying to make our paragraphs longer. By 4th grade, I really expect a body paragraph to be about a half a page. For example, if I were telling you about why a dog is a great pet, I wouldn't just say, a dog is a great pet. One reason a dog is a great pet is it is soft. When I pet my dog, it is soft. That's like 2nd grade, right? What I would expect to say is a dog is a great pet. One reason it's a great pet is it's so soft. Honestly, when you touch something soft, it just makes you feel good inside. The other day, I got into a big fight with my mom. I ran to my room and I cuddled my dog. Petting my dog's soft fur just made me feel better somehow. Statistically, I did some research and found out that 50% of Americans love pets because they're soft. You know, I want you to put a lot of reasons and evidence in there, including some text evidence, but lots. So you're writing about a half a page, okay? The days of writing 2-sentence paragraphs are over, my friends. I used to have a friend who said a paragraph needs to have 5 sentences. I don't think you should put a number on it, but I do think a paragraph should have like your topic sentence. It should have some evidence. It should have your explanation of the evidence, and then it probably should have at least an example or maybe a list, right? I think Haben was writing about how one of the reasons why travel for fun is so great is because of leisure activities. And I suggested to him to add a list of some cool leisure activities you could do. And he added some cool leisure activities that you can do on vacation. So that's awesome. A list really helps. So trying to write a little bit more. I think, unless we have any more questions, I think we're ready for a brain break. What do you think? Ms. Laws has been talking a long time now. Very boring. Reina, what's your question? And Subi, get ready.
So we have baking class today.
We do at 2:30.
Is the thing we're baking really easy, or does it require the oven or something like
It
that?
requires the oven.
Okay, so my parents can help me with that if I want to do it.
That is correct. But unless you have joined that baking club, you won't have the link to it. So you have to go into the Flex online clubs, because this is not a classroom one, this is a school one. And you have to join the baking club. Clara?
I heard that you have to turn it when you will have to return your microbit to the, well, what day is that?
Yeah, we're still talking about it. I think it's going to be next week. Not this week, but next week. So you can enjoy your critter for a little bit longer. Enjoy your kitty for a little longer. And next week we'll have your parents come in and I'll be there and we'll give you a new bag of books. It'll be nonfiction books for you to start reading. And I don't know what else. We'll think about what else. I think Ms. Nordstrom is making a packet of information on Oregon that we're going to hand out. Yeah, Reina, what else?
If I do join the baking club, do I have to email someone or something?
You need
like
to
that?
go on to the Flex online clubs. It's a course and you need to join it. And you need to go on there and request to join the baking club. It gives you directions. Go on and read it, okay?
Okay.
All right, friends. Subi's in charge. Subi, what are we doing today?
I thought maybe we could do a Go Noodle again because it's been a long time since we did that.
All right.
Do you want me to share my screen or should I just play the music?
No, you have to share your screen so we can see what the noodles are doing. And everybody during these brain breaks needs to get up and at least stretch, please. Which one are we doing?
Do you see it?
Raise the roof. Okay.
Raise the roof. Use your body to get rid of all the obstacles so you can learn about personalized chants. Level 1. Show intention. Watch out. Keep going. That's it. Bump the volleyball.
Ruby, turn the sound up a little bit.
You got it. All right. Push the bug. Ah, there it is. I knew you could do it. Slice the watermelon. Great job. All right. Raise the roof. Keep going. That's it. You got this. Level 2. Push the chair. Keep going. That's it. Chase away the ghost. Watch out. Chop the pickles. You got it. All right. Clear away the smoke. Ah, there it is. Raise the roof. Keep going. That's it. You got this. Level 3. Swat away the bees.
Uh-oh, we lost our sound. Subi, are you turning it off? It's become very quiet.
Got it.
Oh, there it goes.
Ah, there it is. Raise the roof. Keep going. That's it. You got this. Finally, personalized trails.
All right, Subi, that's enough. Thanks.
So you can move along the hundreds of videos.
Great. I don't know why it lost sound in the middle of that video. Did everybody lose sound in the middle?
Yep.
Yeah, that was strange. It was like going and then.
Yeah.
Okay, friends, I ran around and now I'm up to, let's see here. 298 steps. That was pretty good. Everybody looking at their steps. Okay, gallery. All right, so now we are ready to listen to the Phantom Toll Booth, but I wanted to check in and see if you guys found the recordings of the last 2 chapters that I did. Clara found it. Anybody else? I see a lot of people who look like they did not. I hate to continue reading unless you guys listen to those. So what I think I'll do right now, Gagan, did you find it? So I think what I'm going to do right now is share my screen and show you where those are and assign you to listen to the 2 today. And then tomorrow I'll read this chapter and then I'll post a second one so we can catch up. I want to get through like 5 chapters a week so that we can get through the book in a timely manner. The other thing I'm going to start doing is asking a kid to do a previously on. Have you guys ever done those before? Previously on. So you know how when you go to a TV show that you're watching, it has this thing where it says like previously on, whatever show it is. I like to do that in class too, because sometimes we forget. Okay, why is my Google Chrome not opening? That's weird. I'm going to stop my share and open my Google Chrome so that I can get to this. So like in a TV show, they do that so that you can remember what happened when you were away. But we can do that in class too. So tomorrow I'm going to ask somebody who's listened to the stories to do a previously on. Come here, you. There we go. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. If you need to blacken your screen. So when you go to Canvas and you go to the dashboard and you go to Language Arts Homeroom, 4th grade, ba-boom. Hopefully it's your top one that pops up. Right in there. And then you wait a long time for it to get there. Here it comes. And you go to your lessons. Come on. All right. So first of all, if you miss a class, here's where the class recordings are. But then down here, you see it says laws shared read alouds. You want to click on that. And it has this Google slideshow embedded in it that says each page of the slideshow shows a different one. So here we are. I read chapter 1 and 2. Oops. I read chapters 1 and 2 in class yesterday. You need to click on chapter 3 and listen to it, and then chapter 4 and listen to it so that you'll be ready for tomorrow. And I've recorded me reading the book, and you should have your notebook out and be taking notes as I'm reading. I'm not going to play it right now because I want you to go on and do this later. Okay? Any questions about Phantom Tollbooth? So how many of you actually went on and listened to it already? Just Clara? Thank you, Clara. Everybody else, this is now an assignment, not optional. Go on and listen to those 2 chapters. I would suggest you do it right now when I hang up. I would recommend you go on and listen to those 2 chapters. And then tomorrow we'll do a little, I'll ask you in the chat to put a previously on, and previously on looks like this. If I were telling you about the first chapter previously on, I would say this. Previously on the Phantom Tollbooth, our hero Milo leads a dull and boring life until the one day he discovers a mysterious package in his bedroom that was never there before. Opening the package, Milo embarks on a journey he could never have imagined, or something like that, right? So you guys are going to do that tomorrow in the chat, which means you need to watch the 2 chapters so that you'll be able to do it. Any questions? Yeah, go ahead.
I forgot the name of the place where the place where the people never think.
The doldrums.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. All righty. That is all that we had to do today. And I was going to put you into breakout rooms automatically with about 5 people in each room. And I was going to give you something to talk about. So you can choose to go to breakout rooms or not. The topic today in breakout rooms is, if you were stuck on a desert island, we've been stuck on a lot of deserted islands, and you had some sort of device, but it wasn't linked to the internet, so you couldn't call for help, you couldn't send a message out to anyone, but it had a downloaded game on it. One video game is the only thing you have. Which game would you choose? Which would be your only game you could play for months and months and months, and why? Okay? You can talk about that as long as you want. When you're done with that, then you can talk about something else. Here we go. Let's create the room. All right, opening the rooms. Happy Griffin song. Oh, it's because it talks. Where are the only 3? Oh, well, I'm gonna talk. Yeah, they're not reading it when I'm not reading it. Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hello, Abby, I was just gonna move you to room 4.
Oh,
'Cause I saw that you were all alone in there.
yeah.
You wanna move, do you see an invitation to room 4?
I see join breakout room.
Try it again, see if it takes you to room 4.
Miss Laws, there's nobody in my breakout room.
Yeah, I moved Abby to room 4 because you disappeared from your room and I just wasn't sure where you went. So I'll put you in another room, okay?
Okay.
Let's see, let's put you in room 1, 2, 2. No. I'll put you in 2. I don't see you for some reason, Griffin. You've like disappeared from my screen. I don't know.
You can't see me because my screen is off.
I know, but well, turn your screen on, but also I can't see you, like you're not in the list of unassigned or anything. So I can't move you because I can't find you on the list. Maybe if I click room 5, here we go. Okay, let me move you to room 2. I don't know. It looks like room 2 is dissolving. Hey, Kavai, what's going on?
Not much. We'll just finish our question.
Okay. Do you want to go to another room or what do you want to do?
And we're just on the hangout, yo.
Just hang out here with me? Well, we're all done with our meeting if you'd like to get to work.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Wait, we are?
Yeah, we're all done. Would you like to move to another break? You can go to another breakout room.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
Okay. See you tomorrow. Hi, Em.
Bye.
Are you done talking?
Yeah. Did you get my email? I don't know if you did. Can you share my book trailer at OBOB because I won't be there, Texas?
Sure. I'd be happy to. Yeah. Okay.
Just
That's right. You're going to Texas. Alexander. Alex, are you there? Hiding?
You're
Was nobody in room 1?
no, there's some people, and we talked about our favorite game.
Oh, okay. All right. Hi, Gagan. Bye-bye, you guys all done? Ready to go build your balloon cars and listen to the story?
Yeah.
Okay, have a good day.